Hi everyone, welcome to Poppy DIY Crafts. Today we're reviewing some items that was sent to me from Istoyle. So first up, I have a new updated cordless resin mixer pro. If you've been to my channel and seen some of my latest videos, you would have seen the resin mixer that I've been using. This is the updated version of that resin mixer. So I'm really excited to see how this one works out. In addition, I also got a brand new mold. This is a 2x8 inch hexagon mold. As you can see, it is very deep, so you can put a lot of larger items inside. And this is a very large mold. It holds about 55 ounces of resin. That is, if you don't put anything else inside. So today what I wanted to do is embed this doll in the mold. This is a doll that's dressed up like an ice cream cone. And so surrounding her, we are going to be putting some glitter, some sprinkles, and some clay charms. So I think it's going to look really cute when it's done. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. This is a very large mold, so it's going to take a lot of resin. So I think this cordless resin mixer will come in very handy. So this is the unit here. It's about the size of one of those electronic toothbrushes. So it's pretty ergonomic. You can just hold it in your hand, and here are the buttons. So inside, oh wow, we get 4 mixer heads. This unit takes 4 AAA batteries. Okay, to use, we're going to just snap this in here like this. And the other turns to the left or right. Comparing this to the previous version, in the previous version you actually have to hold down the button when you want to use it. So you press and hold for one direction, and you press and hold for the other direction. And this one is just a switch, so it goes up and down. And as you can see, it's actually a little bit more quiet. So this is a nice upgrade. And to remove the paddle, you just pull it out. Alright, so let's get our gloves on and get started. Always make sure to wear gloves and also be in a well-ventilated room when you're using resin. So I've already mixed in parts A and B. Let's go ahead and mix with this mixer. So the important part is that we are not creating extra bubbles. And so I can see that it's mixing very well, mixing very fast. And I do not see more bubbles than you usually would get when you're mixing by hand. So I'm just slowly moving the paddle around, and I can see the swirls disappearing. I do like how it's a little bit more quiet and that you don't have to hold down the button. And when we're done, we just have to wipe off the paddle with a baby wipe. Wipe off the resin, and then it's ready for next time. Okay, let's go ahead and take our resin and pour it into the mold. Now on the bottom, I'm actually going to add some of this blue confetti flakes. And on the top, I'm going to add the white ones. Taking a toothpick, we're going to mix it a little bit. But not too much, because I still want the blue mostly on the bottom and the white on top. And we're going to add some of this glitter on the bottom. Next, I'm going to add some fairy lights. So I have a set of fairy lights here. Let's go ahead and test it, make sure it works. Yep, it works. Let's unravel it. Once it's unraveled, I like to crumple it up again. Mix it up. And then we're going to put it into the resin. So we're just going to lay this in there. And I think we need to add a second one. And usually it's very hard working with fairy lights because these cables are hard to manipulate, and so they always pop up. But because this mold is so thick, it doesn't really matter. If the cables stick out a little bit, we will eventually cover it with resin. Next, add some sprinkles. So these are real edible sprinkles, but they work very well in resin. Alright, so it's been about an hour, and as you can see, the resin is starting to get firm. So we're going to put the doll around here. And before we lay her down, I'm going to put a bed of sprinkles in green. And we're going to put a few of these little popsicles down too. And even her little ice cream friend. And let's go ahead and pour our second layer of resin. And here's a quick tip. If you're pouring this much resin, the mold is going to get very, very hot. So make sure you're doing this project on a very sturdy table. Add a little bit more green. And layer some of the confetti in there. I'm going to add another layer of the white confetti, just around the edges. Okay, one more layer. Every time you pour a new layer, we're going to add a little bit more confetti. Let's add some more popsicles. And here's our last layer. Alright everyone, so here it is. Oh my goodness, this is so big and is super, super heavy. So I think you can use something like this as a bookend because it is so big and heavy. So here is our mold right now with everything inside. So we have our doll. We have our little ice cream scoop, some popsicles, and a lot of sprinkles. And so one thing that I think I didn't think about was that these sprinkles, because they are edible, they kind of got cooked in the heat of the resin. I've never poured a mold this big before, so I didn't think it would get that hot. But apparently these sprinkles expand under extreme heat. So we got some very large sprinkles that kind of turned a little bit yellow because they were getting cooked. But let's go ahead and take it out of the mold. Let's see what it looks like. This mold is very easy to demold. Okay, and it goes right back to its original shape, which is perfect. You can use it again. Here is the back. Okay, so here is the back. Oh, this is so big. Here is the side. You can kind of see the different layers. You can see the doll in there. This is super cool. Here is the front. Oh my goodness, how pretty is this? And of course we have our lights. So should we go ahead and turn it on? Let's dim my lights first. Let's dim one more. And let's turn on the lights. Ooh. Oh, this is so pretty. Oh my goodness. I'm so happy with the results. So here's an up close look. Just look at that. Super, super pretty. It's a perfect size for display too. Alright everyone, I had so much fun with this project and I think the result turned out really, really nice. So one thing I want to say about these mixers is that if you have both of them, you can't actually swap out the paddles. So this paddle belongs to the previous version, the older version. It has kind of a hexagon bottom here, so it fits in here. And the newer one, the newer version, is round, so they're not interchangeable. Alright everyone, so that's it for today. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe and I'll see you next time. Bye!